Hey, you guys, you have to pardon my voice here a little bit. I'm getting over a cold. Currently, I have almost 1,400 YouTube subscribers, and most of them who see this are gonna be like, "What the heck is Joe talking about?" Because I normally don't do videos like this. I normally do videos on the rising price of gold and silver, the collapsing U.S. economy, you know, things that I feel is important that no one's paying attention to, how to protect yourself by getting silver, you know, things like that. Very important things that I consider important. However, in my car the other day when I had the trunk open, it popped. I looked back there and there's what they call torsion springs or torsion bars that actually hold the trunk open. When you pop it open, it stays open. Well, that quit. One of them busted, and now I had to hold the trunk open. So I looked online, can't find anything out there on how to do this properly, really. And most people just take them out and put some kind of shock absorber in there. And I'm like, I'm not messing with that. I want to put back what went in there. So anyways, I went to a junkyard today, looked for a car there. They actually had a 97 Grand Marquis, Mercury Grand Marquis, which is like a Crown Victoria. Looked like it had the same type of trunk. I took a chance, got the thing for $10, and went on my way home. It actually does fit, and it is working. So I'm doing this video to show you what it takes to replace one of those torsion bars or shock springs, whatever, trunk lid springs, whatever you want to call it, because it actually wasn't as hard as I thought. And from what I found online, the little bit of information I did find online seemed like you're better off just replacing it. So I'm going to show you basically what I'm talking about. First of all, if you look into my trunk here, that purple or reddish color, whatever bar, is the one I just replaced. So that's the one I got from the junkyard. It actually matched the color of the car that I got it off of. The one above it, that white bar, is the other one. So that's the one I just replaced. Goes all the way over here to that side, and you can see my vice grips still holding on to this for now. I just wanted to show you how I pulled it. Basically, I could let go of this because it's already in the slot, as you can see, but I just wanted to show you that. So here's the one that broke, basically like this. That's the one that busted right there, just like this. Now I ended up getting both from the junkyard because it was the same price. For $10, you just take the pair of them that I yanked off the car. So the other one's in good shape at this point, but just in case it ever breaks in the future, I'm going to hang on to this one, and that'll be the one that I replace next. So again, this is, I think the proper term for that is trunk torsion bar. I looked up trunk, shocks, lid, spring, just to see if I could find something on how to do it. Crown Victoria, which is what I have. And in case you want to know what kind of car, it's one of the ex-police cars. It's a 2002. But again, I got the trunk torsion bar off of a 97 Mercury Grand Marquis. It was the same thing. So basically what I did first is on this side, this part goes in first, which goes to the right. Basically slide it in through here, right where you see this. It just slides in, there's nothing really in the way. And then basically where the vice grips are, and this, where I've got it clamped onto, this is not, of course, not installed yet. This is like dangling over here somewhere where my finger is, and actually back about 6 inches past the way I'm pointing, and it's not hooked to anything, it's just dangling there. At that point, I grab this piece, and it just pushes right here. This is loose. This thing flops around actually when it's not hooked up. Put it in here. I use my hands and clamp this piece together right here. Clamped it together, pushed it in the little hole, boom, done. Took about 5 seconds. Now that bar is straight, and this isn't hooked up yet. So this is actually the fun part, or the hard part. Wasn't as hard as I thought it was. So again, like I said, I got a nice decent sized pair of channel locks here, or excuse me, vice grips. I clamped it. This is, basically almost at the end of this thing. I clamped it, grabbed it with my hand, 2 hands actually, pulled this son of a gun. Once I got it past the first notch here, which is the weakest setting, I put in a screwdriver like this to just hold it so I could stop, you know, straining from holding the damn thing. Give myself a little rest for a second to figure out what I wanted to do next. So this kind of stopped it from moving back, and you know, you don't want to hold it like this angle because it could slide off technically. So I had it back at an angle like this to stop it, to make sure it wouldn't fly back off. I then took off the vice grips. I had to readjust them to a different spot, which is where you see them now. And then I grabbed it right, basically kind of like how you see it, except it was down in this one slot where I got the screwdriver. Clamped it back on, kept the screwdriver there, pulled it out with the vice grips, gave it a nice little tug, except I had the screwdriver up here this time. Pushed it in just a little bit, and then when I gave it that little tug on the vice grips, just to pull it past her, I pushed this in, it caught it perfect, let go of the vice grips, and it basically slid right through here. I moved out of the way, moved the screwdriver out of the way, and it was done. Popped right into place. Currently, the one that I had on here was at the maximum spring tension place, which is this third one. Right now it's working fine actually at the second one. So I'm considering just leaving it, but I don't know if I should, because the other one is set to maximum and maybe there's going to be a little more strain on that one. I don't know. So I think what I'll do is I probably will just go ahead and do it one more time and get to the maximum setting there. But I just wanted to share that with you because, like I said, I couldn't find any videos on this, and maybe I just didn't type in the right thing, but I couldn't find anything. So hopefully this will help someone else out in the future. The good thing is a lot of different type of cars, especially the Fords and Mercury and stuff that have those types of trunks, they're all pretty much the same. So you could take this information and go with it with any other of those vehicles. Other makes and models of car actually have similar setups too. May be helpful there, I'm not sure. But anyways, that's all it really took, and my trunk is up, working fine. So hope this video helps someone else out. Take care.